A very warm welcome back to TED Talks and Bowen's Garage. I hope you're all doing very well indeed. Now, before I start, I fully appreciate that I've already had one rant this week. And I've said before that I don't really do rants and moaning, and I'm doing it twice in a week. But this needs saying, so get yourself a cup of tea, a coffee, a beer, or in my case, something much stronger, which is required, I believe. Sit tight and we'll go through what's been going on this week. I mean, you can see by the thumbnail what the subject is about. And I know that there have been some good videos about this already, which I'm sure you would have seen from Messrs. Qubit and Chops. But this is two-pronged because not only do I want to have a moan about Autotrader's Deal Builder, they have also released this morning, this is Thursday, the profits or their figures for the 6 months to the end of September. Whether the timing was deliberate or whether, I'm sure it is, they're a very clever company, or whether, it's just... Anyway, let's get into it. So, I will start with Autotrader's figures because you've heard about Deal Builder. I will talk about it a little bit going forward and my thoughts on it from our perspective, because we're all different businesses, we all run our different businesses in a different way. But let me run you through their figures that have come out this morning. Now, this is from Car Dealer Magazine, which is obviously a very reputable source. I've been on their podcasts and so on. Get on with the guys there really well. So this is straight from the horse's mouth. Figures have come out this morning. So, to the end of September, Autotrader's revenue is year on year up 5% to £317.7 million. You might be wondering why I'm wearing the glasses. And the honest reason is, I don't really need them. I am prescribed, but I'm giving it some effect. I feel like I've been studious. I've made notes and everything. So this is professional Theo here. So revenue, £317.7 million, which is up 5% on last year. That is a pre-tax profit that they've made there of £199.3 million in 6 months to the end of September, which is up 6% on last year. And also up 6% is their operating profit, which is £200.1 million. So you add those figures together, not that I'm very good at that sort of thing, but it means that their profit, and it's here in black and white on the Car Dealer Magazine article, they are running a profit of 63%. 63%. An incredible effort from the guys at Autotrader, and I congratulate them. Now, before I carry on, I know there are going to be lots of people in the comments saying, well, just leave. Just leave. Just leave. Just switch it off and leave. Yes, the sentiment is lovely. Just leave. But the reality, maybe not so straightforward. In terms of the reaction to this, as you can imagine, the reaction in the trade is we're not as enthusiastic about these results as the people at Autotrader are. They have said that the overall performance is in line with expectations for the period, and the company's full year outlook looks unchanged. Obviously, Autotrader is owned by shareholders, and all they care about, and as is their right, all they care about is the figures and how much money they're making. Reacting to the results, Nathan Coe, who is the CEO of Autotrader, said their performance over the last 6 months reflects the dedication of everyone across the business, from their 300-strong account team to the circa 400 scientists and engineers. So, I mean, admittedly, they obviously are working really well, and the account team that are on the end of the phone are doing a good job in keeping us dealers happy. It demonstrates the strength of the relationships that we continue to build with our partners, with more choosing to work with us than ever before. Interestingly, there seems to be a big blow up about Autotrader every year. So you might remember that we all did videos last year, and we were all saying, it was in April, wasn't it? So the 8% price rise came in 8%. I mean, Jesus Christ. 8% came in April. And we all did some videos about that. We all kicked off, and then it all goes quiet for a few months. And then you get results like this. You get the new deal builder. We all throw our toys out the pram again and start doing videos. And then it sort of goes away. And that is part of the problem, I think, because they know that. It says the retail market is increasingly complex and competitive. Yes, it is. And we are committed to working with retailers to help them navigate these changes with confidence and a smaller wallet. That's for sure. Our performance means we're in a privileged position to continue to invest in our market-leading technology, data and solutions to help all our partners maximize their performance and meet buyers' expectations. The launch of Buying Signals and our decision to place Deal Builder at the center of our buying journey on Autotrader is testament to this commitment. We believe these innovations will have a significant impact on our partners' businesses. Unlocking Deal Builder for everyone and combining it with rich, actionable insights about the consumer will help retailers convert more deals into sales, maximize the profit on every vehicle, and drive sales efficiency. In the period covered by the accounts, a record 14,080 retailers chose to partner with Autotrader, making a year-on rise of 1%. Cross-platform visits also rose by 1%, 83 million per month. Overall, customers spent combined 559 million cross-platform minutes on Autotrader. So, that is from the horse's mouth. That's what they're saying, which is fine. And, you know, those figures are the figures, and it is what it is. I have no problem with companies making money. We're all here to make money. That's the whole point of it. But Deal Builder, and James and Rob have covered this really well. Deal Builder was something that the vast majority of dealers did not want. So it was released on a trial, and my rep kept ringing me and said, how's it going? And I said, I don't like it, and I don't think other people that we speak to like it. Well, it's good for this and it's good for that, and it'll help convert deals and so on and so forth. In reality, for our business, and I can only speak for our business because it's the only business that I genuinely know what's going on. Of course, lots of our friends, we're all in WhatsApp groups, and you know, as you know, most of us anyway, we get on very well and we talk a lot, and there's been a lot of chit chat this week about the Deal Builder, and obviously this has come out this morning, and I mean, it feels like it's just kicking someone while they're down. So Deal Builder has now come compulsory, and it is going to be added to all our packages. There was a webinar on Wednesday morning, which I missed, unfortunately, but lots of the guys watched it. And there was a lot of talk about, in the original terms and conditions that we were sent at the start of the week on the Deal Builder, it's going to be 0.25% charge for each reservation that comes through. So your car's £10,000, and you will then be charged 0.26%, so 26 quid, basically, for each reservation that comes through on an average of a £10,000 car. You add that up and it goes onto your package. So not only is the price increase 8%, it'll be more next year, I'm sure. You've also got these extra charges again. So there's been a lot of chit chat, and from our perspective, we don't like Deal Builder. What we have done in the trial period is when people have put a reservation on Autotrader, which is £99, which we do not receive. Okay, so that goes into an Autotrader pot, allegedly not a bank account where they're making interest in that interim period, but I don't know. We don't actually receive any money. So what we have been doing is ringing the customer up, saying, as we would do with any normal inquiry, would you like to come and see the car? Qualifying the customer, have you got a part exchange? Would you like finance? Yada yada. And then we would say, if you cancel the Autotrader reservation, pay us our £200 reservation directly, which is fully refundable, just like the Autotrader one. And then that shows some kind of commitment. We'll get the car ready for you to look at, or we'll get the car prepped and ready to go. And that's how we've worked. So in their new terms and conditions, Autotrader is saying you're not allowed to do that unless you have a specific reason to do so. So the customer's got finance elsewhere, or mitigating circumstances, part exchange value doesn't quite add up, whatever it may be, then you're not allowed to cancel it and get your own reservation. My concern with that and my annoyance with that is they are our cars. We own our cars and they are our cars to sell. And it is up to us who we choose to sell our cars to. So there have been lots of examples of people putting a reservation on, somebody else ringing up, and it all gets very messy. It can get messy for us, and we've got 30, 35 cars. How these big corporations, Available Car, Big Motoring World, all these big car supermarkets, there's going to be reservations absolutely scatterbombed across their cars. But there's also going to be customers on the site and customers ringing up. Who do you sell the car to? So it's not just a case of being charged for it. It's also the fact that they've made us have it as a compulsory feature when I know for a fact that the vast majority don't want it. It's going to make customers' journeys more unpredictable because they're not going to know if that, once they click the reserve button, is the car actually reserved for them or is the garage going to go and sell it to somebody else? The only people it helps are Autotrader because they're getting lots of potential customers' details and they're also getting 99 quid for each and every one of these. They're getting money from us as well. And in their write-ups and everything and in their webinars, it's that they're doing us a favour and it's an innovative thing and it's going to really help us convert deals. Now, from our perspective, our hit rate, so when we take a reservation on a car, which is £200, our hit rate is at least 90%. So once we've qualified the customer, spoken about a part exchange, told them where the car is, when they can view it, how likely length of time the turnaround is going to be from them coming to view the car to be able to take it away, whether they can take it away on the same day, the finance options, the warranty options, and so on. Our hit rate once the reservation has been paid is about 90%. Now, Autotrader initially said that Deal Builder was yielding about a 70% conversion rate. In their webinar yesterday, they were saying 50%. So, much less than how we work how we have been doing it for however long anyway. And also, from our perspective, 50% isn't a realistic number either. They had people on the webinar yesterday, they had two Autotrader retailers on there, both of which were sort of micro setups though. They had 5 or 10 cars and they were both saying that it was making it easier and they weren't missing out on deals and so on. That's fine when you've got 5 cars. You might be converting 50% or more. When you've got 35 cars, that is not going to be the case. When you've got 300 cars, 400 cars, 500 cars, like some of the friends that I know, it's really not going to be the case. Admin is going to be harder. The whole thing, to be honest, stinks. We don't want it, but we're having it anyway. And not only are we having something we don't want, we're going to be charged for it. Now, in the original terms and conditions, going back to that, they said that it was going to be 0.25%-ish. We've had a separate set of terms and conditions, or a new set of terms and conditions come out, where they're saying there is no longer going to be a charge, but it will be factored in to our package price adjustment next April. So we're not going to charge you every month for it, but what we are going to do is obviously put your contract cost up. So this is all the start of the week, and we're all trying to get our heads around it and whether we think it's going to be the right thing, whether we can stick with Autotrader. Now, it's not like the leads are flying in. We're having a decent run in terms of sales, perfectly consistent. 7 last week, 6 the week before. We're looking at probably doing similar this week. We're doing fine. But we have had 3 email inquiries from October. I was looking last night. 3 email inquiries from Autotrader since the 25th of September. 25th of September. Over 6 weeks ago. We have had some phone calls, of course, and we have converted some sales. I'm still paying, we've reduced our package to starter package for 31 cars. We carry more than that, but 31 cars, and we swap them around, cars are in prep and so on. So we've got 31 cars advertised, and we've had 3 email inquiries. They're making it harder for the customer on their journey. If you go on there and you haven't registered with them, it can be quite difficult to make contact with the dealer for the car you're selling. Just have a look if you haven't already. So there is getting some traction, and it does tend to come in waves. Like I said, in April there was some traction as well, but there's a Facebook group that is picking up speed, and there's lots of dealers that are now on there. It was over 600 this morning that are talking about the next steps. And people are starting to talk about monopolies, and there are lawyers being contacted and so on, because we just think it's getting out of hand. It's just getting out of hand. The price increases to us are just astronomical. The amount of money they're making is mind-blowing, running at a 63% profit. I mean, they're just having it away, aren't they? So then this is crunch time for us. I look tired because it's making sleeping difficult. It's our biggest, other than staff and rent, and the money that the government takes off us as tax. Had our VAT bill this morning. It's not a good week. Had our VAT bill this morning, which needs to be paid on Monday. We've had 2 bits of news from Autotrader. One, they're making millions and millions and millions and hundreds of millions. And 2, we're having a product that we don't want, and it's going to lead to a bigger charge in next year's contract. So it's very difficult to know what to do. I've always been a big fan of Autotrader. I've always supported them. I think the product is good. The product is good. But the way they're going about things is just rubbing people up the wrong way. It's becoming just too expensive. And the question is, can we survive on our own 2 feet? Obviously, you've noticed I'm putting more YouTube videos out. Not only is it just so I can diarise things and I enjoy doing it, but also it is helping us buy and sell cars. It certainly is helping with that. It doesn't cost me anything to do this apart from a bit of time and whatever. So it's just a case of, do we stick with Autotrader? Do we drop as low as we possibly can so we still keep the benefits in terms of the data and the valuation tools and that sort of thing? Do we scrap it all together? Do we just shut up, stop moaning and just crack on? Which is obviously what they hope we're going to do. It will take a massive, massive cross-section of dealers to all have and take some big action for this to stop. We will see. Let me know your thoughts. Like I say, there's some other really good videos about this, but I wanted to get on today because the profits for the 6 months have come out, and it gives some context of why we're feeling a little bit aggrieved. It's really easy for us to sit here and moan. It's also really easy for you guys who aren't in the trade to say, well, just stop moaning, just use somebody else, stop moaning about it. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. I just think the timing of everything they seem to do, it's almost like they enjoy it. There's been uproar this week. Why not tell them how much money we've made as well? Why not do that? Just to really nail it in how good a business we are. That's my thoughts. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm right. Tell me you agree. Tell me you disagree. If you are a retailer like us, let us know what your plans are and what your thoughts are, and let's see what happens. But thank you for watching. I promise there'll be no more rants for at least a week. At least a week. I'll go back to what I think I'm okay at doing, which is reviews and the weekly and so on. But I just needed to get these things off my chest. Do I look intelligent? I don't know. But thank you very much for watching. Take care. We will see you soon, and I look forward to hearing from you and your thoughts on this bloody steam train of Autotrader. Take care.